Hello, wildlings. I'm your Creepsmith, and you found my Fear Forge. Lucky you. Sometimes the answers to the really big questions are ones you won't find in the real world, such as in tonight's story, An Egg by Andy Weir. It was a car accident. Nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. You left behind a wife and 2 children. It was a painless death. The EMTs tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered that you were better off. Trust me. And that's when you met me. What happened? You asked. Where am I? You died, I said matter-of-factly. No point in mincing words. There was a truck and it was skidding. Yep, I said. I died? Yep. But don't feel bad about it. Everybody dies, I said. You looked around. There was nothingness, just you and me. What is this place? You asked. Is this the afterlife? More or less, I said. Are you God? You asked. Yeah, I replied. I'm God. My kids, my wife, you said. What about them? Will they be all right? Oh, that's what I like to see, I said. You just died, and your main concern is for your family. That is good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some guy, some vague authority figure. More of a grammar school teacher than the Almighty. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contempt for you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but she'll secretly be relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart. If it's any consolation, she will feel very guilty for having been relieved. Oh, you said. So what happens now? Do I go to heaven or hell or something else? Neither, I said. You'll be reincarnated. Oh, you said. So the Hindus were right. Well, all religions are right in their own way, I said. Come on, walk with me. You followed along as we strolled in the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular, I said. It's just nice to walk while we talk. So then, what's the point of this? You asked. When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby. So all my experiences and everything I did in my last life won't matter. Not so, I said. You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of all your past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, more beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and then when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences that it had to show you. You've been a human for the last 34 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for longer, you'd start remembering everything. But there's no point in doing that in between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots and lots, and into lots of different lives, I said. This time around, your next one, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD. Wait, what? You stammered. You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically from your last standpoint, yes. Time, as you know it, only exists in that universe. Things are different here, and different still where I come from. Well, where do you come from? You pondered. Sure, I explained. I do come from somewhere. Somewhere else. And there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but you honestly couldn't understand it at this stage of development. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, could I have interacted with myself at some point? Sure, it happens all the time. It's kind of the point. And with both lives only aware of their own time span, you don't even know what's happening. So, what's the point of it all? Seriously? I asked. Seriously? You're asking me for the meaning of life? Isn't that a little stereotypical? Well, it's a reasonable question, you persisted. I looked into your eyes. The meaning of life. The reason I made this whole universe is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? No, just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow, you mature, and you become a larger and greater intellect. Just me. What about everyone else? There is no one else, I said. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me, but all the people on Earth, all you. Different incarnations of you. Wait, I'm everyone? Now you're getting it, I said, with a congratulatory slap on the back. I'm every human who ever lived. Or who ever will live, yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln. And you're John Wilkes Booth, too, I added. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled. And you're also the millions he killed. I'm Jesus. And you're everyone who ever followed him. You fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, I said, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done for yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. Why? You asked me. Why do all this? Because someday you'll become like me. Because that's what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Whoa, you said, incredulous. You mean I'm a God? No, not yet. You're a kind of divine fetus. You're still growing. Once you've lived every human life throughout all time, you will have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, you said, is just an egg of sorts, I answered. Now, it's time for you to move on to that next life. And with that, I sent you on your way. Because when you're thinking about concepts that you can't find proof for, what's left but your imagination? Stay scary, my wildlings, and make the most of your nights.